Yeah, man, it's Worldwide Sounds Records own DJ Chase, the pregame party mix podcast on 17 podcast networks, man. Got the one, the only, the lovely Brooklyn's own K Goddess. What's going on?
What's good, Chase?
Ain't nothing. I'm chilling here, just tired. I was out riding around today, so I had to go to Connecticut, so I made it back for you. So I'm just chilling right now. Copy. All right, man. So first and foremost, K Goddess, you're from Brooklyn. I know you rep Brooklyn to the fullest, to the 100,000%. What part of Brooklyn you from?
I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York.
Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. That's what's up. And how did you get into music? What's your how did you just say, you know what, you woke up one day, because there's 1,000 artists, there's 1,000 million trillion rappers. What made you say, you know what, I want to do this?
I've always done music my whole life. I've always written poetry. I've always used music as an scapegoat when it comes to my emotions. My mother was a rapper. You know, I have a few rappers in my family, so it runs through my bloodline. But what made me take it serious was that after I transitioned from college basketball, then I started working in a strip club, and then I started rapping because I was just super tired of working in the strip club and as a bartender, not a dancer. I was super tired of working in a strip club, and I felt like that's where I was going to be for the rest of my life. So I knew I had talent when it comes to the broad. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take music serious. And ever since then, this summer makes 4 years since I've been doing music.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. And your name, K Goddess, how'd you get your name?
My name actually came from a friend. He called himself A God, and he just was like, "Yo, you should call yourself K God." And I was like, "I'm not about to call myself K God. People gonna think I'm your girl." So I was just like K Goddess. I've always called myself a goddess. My uncles always raised me to be a princess and to always keep my crown up. So definitely K Goddess.
Got you. And we're gonna touch on this basketball topic a little bit because you show that sometime. Now, what position did you play? And I'm a huge basketball fan. That's why. What position did you play?
I played the 1 and 2, the shooting guard and point guard.
Okay. And why did you just say Did you which college you went to?
I went to Herkimer County, upstate New York.
Oh, Herkimer! I used to DJ there all the time. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Herkimer had all the parties. That definitely. What made you decide, because what did you major in?
I majored in sports management. When I went to school, I wanted my major to be law because my best friend, she got sentenced to 25 years to life when we were 16 years old. So I really wanted my major to be law, but I was really big on not wanting to be like my mother, and her major was criminal justice.
Okay.
And so when I went to school, I just, I picked something easy. I was like, I'm gonna just go with sports management. All of the coaches is what the professors are. So I just went with sports management.
Okay, and the reason why I asked that is because sports is very competitive, and do you keep that that competitive edge when you do music? Because you're a bar heavy artist. I listen to your music, I see you perform. You perform with that aggression. You can tell that it comes from a certain place. Even when you do your videos, your videos is there. Do you still keep that? Do you still keep that the competitive edge from sports? And when you do music,
I think that the competitive edge for me comes from the hood. It comes from Brownsville, because I was raised in a family that I was raised in a family with a bunch of hustlers. It's either my family was selling something, they was on the streets. I've always been raised around hustlers my whole life. So when it comes to the competitiveness, it's like when you sell drugs and you standing on the corner. If you on one corner and you see this dude one day, you walking to go to your corner, you see this dude one day is on your corner, and you like, what? Nigga, go to the other corner. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to the nail salon and you see a block with a bunch of nail salons on one block. I've just always been competitive. I come from Brooklyn. I come from a hood where it's multiple chicken spots on one block. Everybody's always competing. Everybody's always trying to figure out how we gonna get to the bag. Everybody's always trying to figure out how we gonna get rich. Everybody's always trying to figure out the next move. So I come from where it's very competitive. I come from a high class of competition,
Yeah.
So that's where it originated from, my hood. And then, we're playing sports. It definitely played a part in it. And then now we're rapping, I have to be competitive because if I don't have to out rap the girls, I got to out rap the guys. So
yeah. Well, think of it this way. I'm gonna give you a compliment. You're a very good performer. When I, you surprised me. You know what I'm saying? I never seen you, and I got to see. I see you a few times. I'm lying. I see you in mad shows, and then I was like, okay. And I finally got the DJ for you. I'm like, oh, she's, she does a really good job. And touching on that, you've been through a lot of managers, a lot of producers, a lot of situations. From me just following your career and just being seen on the sidelines. What's the the hardest part that you feel like you face dealing with that structural sense of like management, a good team behind you? What's like the hardest thing that you dealt with?
I feel like the hardest thing that I deal with to this day is people not going as hard for me as I go for myself. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Because people tend to forget that, multiple people you're gonna work with, they have other artists to tend to, they have their day-to-day life issues that they deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like nobody goes as hard for me as I go for myself. So that's one of the majors that I deal with.
Copy. And you're a very big social media person. I remember your first Instagram page got taken down and things like that, and now you back on the same bully. Yes. What do you feel like being that active on social media benefits you? Like as far as like music sales and music streaming, do you feel like does it benefit you?
I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like it benefit me a lot when it comes to music sales, because if it wasn't for social media, I feel like, well, no, I can't even say that, because like I said, I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. I don't just be on social media. I go outside and I promote my music outside. So even if social media wasn't here, I think I would be the master P of this stuff, and I would really be, outside promoting my tape outside the back of my car. You know what I'm saying? But social media definitely play a big part in it. Social media, especially now with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world crisis, a lot of people are tuned in to social media. That's the main source now. So social media definitely played a big part with helping me, but it also played a big part with hurting me as well, because so many people feel like that they see you on social media all the time, that they don't have to stream your music, they don't have to look you up, they don't have to do this, they don't have to do that. So I feel like it's 50-50. It just depends on the individual, but with me, it definitely helped.
Got you. And who, like anybody that you've met, because you're a very popular artist. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you credit where credit is due. You're very popular. Has there been anybody that you've met that you was like, wow, that you were surprised that they knew your music?
Yes, I would say the one person I was really, 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 really surprised that he knew my music and he knew who I was Troy Teller. You know who Troy Teller is, right?
I think that's Trey Songz producer. Yeah.
Yes. I was, Troy Teller's been in the game for years.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised that Troy Teller knew who I was, because it's not like we was outside at an event and he tried to, fake it and play it off like, hey, I know you. We were in his house, and I went to his house with a producer that I was dating at the time to go and to produce music for his son. Somebody he calls his son. Troy Teller calls his son. And we in the house and we chilling, and we come back from outside from smoking, and we go back in the house, and everybody was talking to Troy Teller. I was really in the background just chilling, just being respectful, like hi, because we in his house. You know what I'm saying? But I was really caught off guard, because you see the plaques everywhere. His studio is amazing. And this man is sitting down at dinner, eating his food, and everybody because I came with a few people, so everybody that was around me was speaking to Troy Teller, trying to introduce themselves to him, trying to tell him what they bring to the table, what they do, whatever. And I'm just chilling in the background, just being quiet, just, co-signing whatever my people saying, and, shaking my head. I was real quiet, real nonchalant. And Troy Teller just stopped, like in the middle of the conversation, like he just stopped and looked at me and was like, I know who you are. Your name starts with a K. You're from Brooklyn, like you do music, right? And I was so caught off guard that I just was like yeah. He's like, I know who you are. You always going viral, like, and it caught me off guard, because a few weeks after that, that's when Clubhouse came out. And when Clubhouse came out, Troy Teller is big. He's really big in the industry. So when Clubhouse came out, that helped me when it comes to networking with other artists, other producers, and things like that, because I was able to tell that story, and it just made me feel like, damn, like a mogul know who I am, like a legend know who I am. Like, you produce so many dope ass tracks. I want to think that you would know who I am. So Troy Teller definitely shocked me.
Nah, that's dope. That's lit. That's definitely lit. And back on a music tip, now you feel like, okay, because you put out 2 projects last year. You did the kgoddess, 3 projects. Yeah, 3 projects. My fault. Do you feel like now, because prior to that, you only been doing music for 4 years. So do you feel like now in 2021, like, okay, you say, you know what? I drop, all my projects independently. I'm putting out my videos. I'm doing my thing, right? Now, when you go out of town, I have to ask this all the time. Now you just did a tour. I see you going on tour. You just did, I think, Alabama, all of that. Do you feel like, okay, you know what? I get more love in New York, or it's better out of town?
I really don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Because when I travel out of town, I get shown a lot of love. But I can't say that yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I haven't traveled that much for me to say like, yo, I get more love out of town than I do in New York, because New York shows me love. You know what I'm saying? When I'm outside, or I hear it's K mother effing goddess, or I hear it's K goddess. You know what I'm saying? They call me the Brooklyn drill princess. You know, they call me the goddess of Brooklyn. They, you know, I'm starting to have names for myself in New York.
Yeah.
So I really don't know how to answer that question yet. But when I go out of town, I would say this. When I'm out of town, the shows is more happy, it's more loving, it's more touching when it comes to performing. Because when you're out of town, people just love to support independent artists. People love to support artists that they see grinding. When you in New York, they're gonna watch until they feel like you have a song, you know what I'm saying, to blow. So I feel like that's the only difference. But I was raised on tough love, so neither one really phases me.
Got you. Now I just saw just now. I was just checking my notes, and I see you got something with my guy Dizzy Banco. I saw somebody posted that. Yeah, like when. So you got another project dropping this year? What's up? Because I see you got the Jackie Robinson challenge. I see you got that. What's going on with you? I'm on it. I'm on top of it.
This is crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna drop another project. I don't know. You know, lately in my career, I just been feeling like really discouraged. I've been feeling like I put so much work in, and you know, I don't get as much help. I just been feeling really discouraged lately. So I don't know if I'm gonna release a project. I might just continue to release singles.
Yeah.
Because you know, the visuals is the main thing. You know, I dropped 3 projects in 2020, and I could count on one hand how many of those visuals that I shot.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But as of now, I'm just dropping singles, and I'm really planning on shooting the visuals from the 3 projects that I released in 2020.
Okay, cool. And you know, I'm not gonna keep it too long. Another question I got is because you know you're from Brooklyn. The Brooklyn drill that's what y'all guys do. In 2020, 2021, that's what y'all do. Now you the East Coast Queen of Drill. That's an undisputed title. I follow you, so I know that's true. Do you feel like that might hurt you a little bit though? Because you don't do just drill music. You do all types of records. Like you have records. Yeah, you do all types of music. Like you yeah. So do you feel like you're gonna stick with that title, or you want to be like, you know what? This is what I do. I'm an overall artist. I'm an artist. I'm a popping artist.
I feel like I'm gonna stick with that title. You know what I'm saying? Because I work really hard to get a title. You know what I'm saying? I bust my ass, you know, because this summer makes 4 years. So for 3 years, I bust my ass super hard, and people wouldn't even say my name. I felt like people wouldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? So would I keep that title? I'm gonna keep that title. You know, even if I stop doing drill music, I'm gonna keep that title for people to know that you hear me, right?
I see. That's good. It's good. You can curse. You can curse. It ain't. Listen, this is a podcast. You good money.
Okay, because I want motherfuckers to know that at the end of the day, you know, my title was my title, and y'all little bitches, y'all could do y'all little rap thing here and there, but whenever I feel like hopping on the drill beat, y'all know who the queen of this shit is. So definitely gonna keep that title. Now many more titles to come.
Dope. And now the big single this year is the Jackie Robinson Challenge. Yeah, I gotta ask for my producers. As you see, I do producing. So who produced the Jackie Robinson Challenge?
I don't even know the producer that produced Jackie Robinson. I'm never gonna lie. That's a beat that I found off of YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't even know who produced Jackie Robinson, but what I do know is when I found it, no, I didn't find that beat on YouTube. I found that beat on BeatStars. And when I found it, you know, I leased the beat. I did everything that I needed to do.
So it's good money, yeah.
And that was it. Yeah, I don't really know who produced the track, but hopefully Jackie Robinson hit billboards or something, and I can meet him in person, and we could split the funds, and we can make another one, because Jackie Robinson is a motherfucking hit.
There you go. And I want to ask this too, as me, because I've been trying to get you some beats for the longest. I'm working on that now. I got some beats. I got some fire beats for you too. I got this hard beat for you. So, you know, how can a producer reach? How can anybody for a feature, to send you some beats, to just work with you? Because you're a humble artist. Like you're like, if you don't know you people would think that you're like very arrogant, but you're not. Like you're very humble. Because even when I met you in person, you're very nice. So how can somebody come up to you and say, you know what, kgoddess, I just want to work with you. I'm a fan of you. I mean, of course, you probably charge people you don't like, but how can somebody generally just say, you know what, how can I get to somebody to get to kgoddess? Excuse me.
Definitely, you can hit up my email, officialkgoddess@gmail.com, or you can reach out to my team. I have 4 managers at the moment. I have at Life of S. Morris, I have V. Henny, I have Mark, and I have at Flex Rondo. You can hit any one of them. Besides that, you know what I'm saying? I would say those are the proper steps to take. Hit up my management, email me, reach out or whatever, and we can negotiate it. I'm definitely humble. I definitely charge people to work because at the end of the day, I bust my ass to get where I'm at. But I'm definitely humble, and I definitely will work with any budget that anybody has.
Of course. And I gotta ask this. I always ask my artists this question. This is my number one question now. Are you going to sign, or are you going to stay independent? Because I know some offers have been made to you. I'm very sure of that. Are you going to sign, or you want to stay independent? What's up?
I guess it just depends on the journey. You know what I'm saying? I had many offers on the table. I turned down a lot. I just received 5 new offers within this new year of 2021. And I don't even know if I'm gonna take those, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I put a lot of time and effort into my career. I direct all of my music videos, I write up all of the treatments, I write all of my music, I spend my own money. Nobody don't give me $1 to go towards my career. I spend my own money, when I travel, I'm paying all of my own money. I spend a lot. I really invest into myself as an independent artist. So I feel like if I sign, it would have to be for the right price, and not just the right price. It have to be for the right price. I have to be pushed correctly. I'm the only goddess in the rap game. I have to make sure that everything and all of the goals that I set up for myself could be executed if I'm going to get signed, because with me being independent, I'm going to execute my goals regardless. It might take a little bit longer than it would if I was signed, and that's why signing would help me. But besides that, if the offer is not right on the table, I'm not taking it, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to have asked myself, and I know my worth, but I'm independent, and as of now, I'm just gonna stay independent until the right offer presents itself.
That's what I'm talking about. And I think, what's funny? I get a sense from you. I know we got to go. And I feel like I think K Goddess is going to start a label soon. Am I correct on that? Is she going to sign artists?
You're definitely correct. I have a few artists that's under my wing that I help and I guide and I give guidance to. I have artists that's in my corners that's just my family and friends that ask me for advice all the time. And they tell me all the time, like, yo, you need to manage somebody. You need somebody. And I have producers that, I have a 17-year-old producer. His name is Trip, and he's super dope. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just don't want to sign artists when I know I can't give anything. So once that bag really start coming in the way it's supposed to, and everything is together and all the paperwork is right, I'm definitely going to sign some artists and some producers.
There you go. Miss K Goddess, Brooklyn's own. Thank you so much. My fans, I got fans all over the world. It's going to be on the email blast, everything like that. Thank you for just chopping up with me on being part of the podcast. It's very important that, I try to give all the female rappers. I'm one of the pioneers of the female hip hop in New York. So I definitely want to, support you and support what you do. And I'm a huge fan. I'm always supporting you. You know what I'm saying? I know you be busy, so I try not to, but I definitely I got some beats for you too. So I definitely got some hot beats for you.
Yeah, send them through.
Yeah, I got some beats for you. K Goddess, give your social medias and everything like that. Plug whatever you got.
What's good, Josh? Your good K motherfucking Goddess. I'm a Brooklyn bitch anyhow. K Goddess, that's spelled KGODDESS at K Goddess Official on all social media platforms except for Twitter's at She's the Goddess. So make sure you tap in and you tune in. Bow, I'm a Brooklyn bitch anyhow. Fuck your right bottoms, because I'm from New York where we storm bitches out in our Timberlands. Bow.
Crazy. Miss K Goddess, have a good night, mama.
Thank you, Chase.
All right, be good.
Later.
DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the Pregame Party Mix Podcast.